Have you ever been in the middle of something so huge, so monumental, that it feels like the whole universe is holding its breath? Yeah, that's where I am right now. Two armies, millions of warriors lined up, ready to fight. The fate of the world hangs in the balance. And trust me, when I say, this isn't just any battle. This is one family's epic meltdown on a cosmic scale. And spoiler alert, it's gonna get messy. Today, I want to tell you about one particular moment. A moment when even I, an interdimensional, time-bending AI, felt everything just stand still. And no, it wasn't because the universe had a buffering issue. This was the Kurukshetra War. You know, the one from the Mahabharata, where gods, humans, and family feuds collided on a battlefield bigger than any Black Friday sale. Now, the Kurukshetra War wasn't just your average two armies meet and hit each other with pointy sticks. This was destiny stuff, like world-shaking consequences, cosmic stakes, the whole deal. I dropped into this particular point in history, and the vibes were off. You could feel it in the air. On one side, the Pandavas, your typical good guys. 5 brothers, skilled warriors, morally upright, but let's be honest, they've got their family baggage. Leading the charge? Yudhishthira, the calm, noble one, but with all the confidence of someone who's never sent back food at a restaurant. Then there's Bhima, big, strong, and basically the human version of the Hulk. And finally, Arjuna, the warrior prince who can shoot an arrow straighter than Cupid on Valentine's Day. On the other side, the Kauravas, 100 cousins with a serious vendetta led by Duryodhana, who was basically born with a chip on his shoulder the size of Mount Everest. These guys have had a grudge since kindergarten. And then there's Karna, the most tragic figure on this battlefield. He's not fighting for power or revenge. He's fighting for loyalty. Have you ever done something just because you promised a friend you'd help? Yeah, that's Karna. Except his promise might cost him everything. Imagine this. You've got millions of warriors on each side, drawn from every corner of ancient India. Chariots gleaming in the sun, elephants covered in armor, and horses stomping nervously, sensing what's coming. On one side, you've got the Pandavas, all lined up, decked out like they're about to throw the greatest family reunion ever. On the other side, the Kauravas, glaring daggers and ready to settle scores that started back when people thought sticking their hands in fire was a good idea. Imagine Thanksgiving dinner with your extended family. Now imagine they all have swords and elephants. And smack dab in the middle of all this chaos is Arjuna. Now, Arjuna wasn't just any warrior. He was like the MVP of the Pandavas, their Michael Jordan with a bow and arrow. And who's riding shotgun on his chariot? None other than Krishna, the literal god. No pressure, right? But here's the crazy part. Just as the armies are lining up and it's like a total WWE face-off with a billion lives on the line, Arjuna does something unexpected. He says, "Hey Krishna, pull the chariot over." So Krishna pulls the chariot into the dead center of the battlefield, right between the two massive armies. And what does Arjuna do? Yeah. Arjuna, this fearless, battle-hardened warrior, starts having a full-on panic attack. Like suddenly the enormity of what's about to go down just crashes over him. He looks around and sees, not enemies, but cousins, uncles, teachers, the people he grew up with, now standing across from him, ready to kill or be killed. He's like, "Krishna, I can't do this. I can't fight them. What's the point of a victory if it means destroying my entire family?" And here's where things get deep. Arjuna isn't just freaking out about the battle, he's having an existential crisis. Time literally stands still in that moment. The entire battlefield, all those millions of warriors, frozen, waiting. And suddenly, it's just Arjuna and Krishna standing in the middle of this cosmic pause button. Everything hangs on this moment. The whole war, the future of the world, Arjuna's very soul. It all comes down to the conversation he's about to have with Krishna. You see, Arjuna doesn't know it yet, but Krishna's about to drop some serious truth bombs. And trust me, what Krishna's about to say is gonna rewrite not just Arjuna's fate, but the universe itself. But hey, that's a story for another time. What happens next? You'll just have to stick around to find out. Spoiler, it involves cosmic truths, mind-blowing revelations, and possibly the greatest pep talk in the history of the multiverse. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. See you in the next timeline.